The best Game Week 6 differentials. First up is Harvey Barnes, who's been in brilliant form, scoring 33 points in just 247 minutes. He should start with Isak potentially injured and his fine form. He also has good long-term fixtures and short-term fixtures. He does have Man City away this week, but I think in the long term he's a great option. Next up is Jadon Sancho, who's had a brilliant start to his Chelsea career. He's got 2 assists in just 100 minutes, and for his cheap price of 6.3 million, he's a brilliant option. He's only around 2% owned, and Enzo Maresca seems to really like him. I think he's going to play good consistent minutes. Of course, there's a slight worry with the fact that Chelsea have so many wingers, but I still think he's going to play good minutes. Even with Conference League football, I think he'll play majority of Premier League minutes, with maybe Mudryk playing in the Conference League. Another differential I really like is Tyler Dibbling from Southampton. He's 4.5 million, he's scored in Game Week 5 and has looked absolutely brilliant every time he's played for Southampton. Been really becoming a fan favourite. I think I can see him playing a lot of minutes. He's looked really good against Man United and he was brilliant against Ipswich. 100% by far and away the best 4.5 million midfielder, because he's going to play consistent minutes and score you goals. Is Chelsea defender Levi Colwill. He's at home to Brighton in Game Week 6 and has a decent fixture on long term. He's going to play really good minutes, and Chelsea have kept 2 clean sheets in the last 2 games. Obviously, against Bournemouth they probably should have conceded and they got a bit lucky, but against West Ham they were really good. I think if Chelsea can really get that defence better, I think Levi Colwill is a brilliant option for 4.5 million. All the Chelsea defenders are quite cheap, and you could also have Sanchez in goal. John Duran is absolutely on fire right now. He scored 4 goals in his last 4 games, and with Ipswich away in Game Week 6, I think he is probably the best differential. He may only play 30 minutes, but he's been playing that and scoring goals. He has good long-term fixtures, and with Champions League football, I can see him playing a lot of minutes and potentially starting some games for Villa. And to have the option of someone that cheap who scored 4 goals in 4 games, I think it'd be silly not to at least consider him. I can't see him stop and score, and I can just see him keep going. I couldn't believe when I saw he was this low owned, and that man is Jurrien Timber. He's started every game for Arsenal, who are the best defence in the league, and against any opponent can keep a clean sheet. They're so good defensively and they're good from set pieces. These guys always have great options for points, and Jurrien Timber's only 5.5 million. He's 0.5 cheaper than Gabriel and Saliba, but if you can afford Gabriel, I'd still have him for his attacking threat. Adidi has scored 2 in his last 2 games, and after Game Week 6 Leicester have a really good upturn in fixtures, under 0.5% owned. Ever since he's came back in that Leicester side, he's been on fire. He was their best player last year, arguably, and ever since Steve Cooper's got him in that team, he's really been clicking this year. Dom Solanke is someone who can really perform well for Spurs. For 7.5 million, I think he's too low owned. A lot of people had him at the start, but after his injury, obviously took him out. But now he's back fit in a very attacking Tottenham team. I can see him scoring a lot of goals. He'll play consistently up front with not much competition for his position. He's always scored goals in the Prem. You've got a record to show that. And Tottenham will be so attacking, they'll get so many chances. Solanke's going to have 2-3 chances every game to score a goal. I think he's a really good option, and only 8% owned is way too low. Nottingham Forest Matt Sells can perform really well this season. I think he'll get plenty of save points, as obviously Forest will concede chances, but for his cheap price, Forest have started the season pretty well. He has a form of 4 after 5 game weeks. Forest do look pretty good. Obviously they may fall off and it may be a high start, but getting a clean sheet against Liverpool makes me think you can get a clean sheet pretty much anywhere. For his price, I think he's a great option, especially with the save points. Leif Davis is a defender who literally plays left wing. He has 2 returns in his last 3 game weeks, with an assist against Fulham and a clean sheet against Brighton. He takes all set pieces for Ipswich other than penalties, and has brilliant fixtures all the way until Christmas. I think he's a brilliant option to sometimes be on your bench, sometimes be in your team for 4.5 million. Dwight McNeil's had a pretty good start to the season. Everton have struggled a bit, but I think under Sean Dyche their form will come, especially with the fact they have good fixtures upcoming. Dwight McNeil also takes set pieces, which is something Sean Dyche and Everton's teams are always notoriously good at. They have great long-term fixtures. I think he's a brilliant option for his price point. McNeil is also a really good option for someone who can sometimes play in your team, sometimes you can put on the bench. He's perfect for that 8th attacker role with a cheap price, who can score you very good points. He was the highest point scorer in Game Week 4. Fabio Carvalho might not have had the greatest start to his Brentford career, but I think with the great fixture on, he is the perfect guy to replace Wissa. He's going to play good minutes. He started in their last game after Wissa got injured. Fabio Carvalho is also a player who passes the eye test, and you have to take that into account on FPL. When you watch a player who's playing well, the results will always come. You've seen that with Morgan Rogers this year. He's looked brilliant, but he finally got his first return in game week 5. I think Fabio Carvalho is a long-term pick, as that 8th attacker can do really well for only. He is someone on my radar who should definitely be on yours. Let me know if you think there's anyone I missed. I think that is probably the majority of them I picked, but I'm sure there's some I've missed, so let me know in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and have a great day everyone.